Right, finally we're going to start trying to upholster the seat. Going to start with the front ring. What we're going to try to do, we're going to do the interior in black, completely in black. So what we're going to try to do with the front is we've got some old packing case foam all around the edge. We're going to cover around the bar like this to make it nice and soft. I think I'll try and put 2 layers of this on before we put the material on. So I'm going to staple that on and see how it goes. So you need at the bottom's slightly thicker than the rest. All stapled around the edge, lovely. Right, got a big bit of black material. This is the first thing that we've actually bought for this seat. So now I'm going to cut a bit out as big as the front and try and skin it, kind of like a drum, and then fold the inside under and staple it all up. So we'll give that a try. Right, cut out the basic shape in the material and just put a few staples around the edge, just holding it on. Not too worried about the outside because this is all going to be covered up to the edge anyway, so that's not a problem. The only problem I can foresee is getting it to stretch round nice and tight and nice and smooth and hold itself back in the centre again. But what I'll do is I'll start at the top because that'll probably be the easiest and work my way around slowly. So it seems to work quite well. You can't see because it's so black. So I basically stapled it all around the inside on that side and all round the outside. So now I've just got this stretch bit of fabric here. I'm just going to cut that off along the staple line, just behind the staple line, and then do the same around this side. Right, done it. Seems to have worked quite well actually. So stapled it all around the outside. Stapled it all around the inside. Both sides, all nice and tight, nice and smooth, nice and soft. Yeah, we are really struggling with how to do these cushions. There's so many different variations of what we can do, but trying to figure it out or trying to get it to work is very difficult. We've got lots of foam in blocks. Tried lots of different ways so far, but at the minute we haven't quite got it right, so we're just going to keep going and trying. The latest plan is, what I was going to do originally was make the cushions at the bottom fatter, thicker than at the top, but I think it's going to be too difficult, so we're going to try and do them all in one thickness all the way up, and then you have to support yourself. We'll make some cushions to support yourself when you're inside it. So that's the way we're going to try at the minute. Cut a big strip of foam, cloth on the back of it at the minute, just trying to measure how deep the cloth, how long the cloth's got to be at the back, because obviously it's in an arc. And we're just going to play around and see how we get on. Right, continuing with our cushions, we've tried lots and lots of different ways of doing this, and we've been struggling, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But, so, what we're going to do, finally, I think, is, first off, we've made a backrest. So, imagine when you're sitting in the seat, you need something to support your back. So, what we've done is got a piece of foam. It's a bit close, isn't it? And shaped it so it will fit nicely in the back against the shell. So you can see it's kind of curved, nicely curved one way and curved the other way as well. And then we've actually glued the material onto it and down the sides and just sort of fixed it roughly at the minute at the back so it all stays together. But it sort of fits nicely in the back, and when you're sitting in it, it is comfortable. It's nice and comfy. What we're going to do, we want to cushion up the sides as well, up to the top level of the back cushion. I think we'll go as far as that. So what we're thinking of is going with sort of foam about this sort of thick, and covering it. We've tried lots of different ways, like I say, sewing it, making little cushions, trying lots of different ways. Nothing seems to work particularly well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try shape some foam so it fits, and then I might try gluing bits of foam the same as we've done with the back cushion, because that seemed to work very well and it was easy. So we shall give that a go. Right, the last cushion we made worked really well. This one here. But we're going to try something different this time. So we've taken it off so it doesn't get in the way. What we've done, we're going to go around with a cushion level, just below the level of the speakers, apart from the backrest cushion, because we figured any way you sit in it, you'll be supported this way. And then above it, we're just going to cover it. So what we're going to try this time, is glued the sponges in, so they're actually glued into place, and then we're going to cut the material to shape and glue the material straight on it, and then just let it all go off and see how it looks, because well, hopefully it'll be easier than trying to make all of the cushions separately. So we'll cut them all down, so they're kind of like orange segment shapes, as you can see the shape of them going round, and the last one has to come down straight on this side. Let me get back a little bit so you can see, because obviously the backrest cushion sits in by the side of it. Okay. Right, as you can see, I think it seemed to work really well. It's quite difficult to see because it's black, but so we cut the foam down, stuck the foam to it, cut the material to the right size, and then glued the material down on top. And it's gone on nice and smooth. If I go around, I've done the other side as well. Yeah, it looks good it does look good. It's nice and smooth. The only problem I've got is with this one, which I made slightly differently, and that's gone a bit. If I come back a bit, you might see it's got a few ridges in it, so I think I'm going to make this one again. But so cut down nicely, all on there. You have to go. It's cut flat, straight down there, so the base cushion will go in, or the backrest will go in rather, and the material just glued it on, and then glued it down the side as well. So it's all sort of nice and tight and taut in there. So got the backrest cushion, which slots in nicely. And then got base cushion, cut this out again, same thing, just glued the material on. It seems to work really well. The chair's getting a bit dusty, it's got sawdust all over it, needs a bit of a hoover now. But as you can see, she's looking really good. So now what we've got to do, we've got to make the top, and then we're going to cover up the insides. We're going to do some sort of a light in the top, not quite sure how yet. I haven't got to that point of thinking about it at the moment. But yeah, so at the minute, this is actually as far as we've got.